Hi everyone. On this week's Sierra Says, what I really want to talk about is when there's this person in your life that you have had romantic interest in, romantic attraction to, and you've never really quite been able to move on past that person. This is obviously only when you get to the step of knowing that this person is most likely never really going to commit to you. This person is never really going to actually engage in a true romantic relationship with you. Um, the point is that it's going nowhere. And you've held on to this. You haven't really shut this person out. You haven't really, closed this doorway with someone. And you also very honestly find yourself still holding hope that, you know, maybe one day they'll realize that you two are perfect together. And I think that that's the key. I think that if you find yourself continuously thinking that they just aren't ready to choose you, which I'm making eyes at that one because this is one of those things where those of us that have done like a lot of personal growth work and a lot of spiritual work, we're like, okay, well, the timing's just not right. And, they haven't maybe learned everything they need to learn to be able to go through the things to bring us together to be at the same level. So, you know, I'm just gonna hold space and they're gonna catch up to me. That this, it's just a timing matter. And if I'm patient and I wait, then it's gonna evolve. And I mean, sometimes that's true, but I think largely it's not. And I think that if you're holding on to this hope and you hear yourself saying these things like, they're just not ready to choose me, or I guess they have more lessons they have to do yet. But you're holding this one particular person. I'm not talking about saying that around the idea of that, your best love is coming to your life and that's the reason why you haven't met that person yet. I'm saying when you're holding this for one particular person, you're not really letting go of the idea that this is the one. That person. No, they're the one. He or she has just not figured that out yet. Um this video is for you. And what I want to say around this, if you've now hit a place where you know you want to let it go, you've tried letting it go, and it's not successfully worked, what are some things that you can still keep doing? What are some ways that you can help to release them and so that truly you can open yourself up to find the person that is ready to be with you. I want to first have you ask yourself, do I, on some level, hear myself saying or think that this person needs me? This person needs me to be happy. This person needs me to be a better version of themselves. This person needs me to be fulfilled. This person needs me to have their best life. If you hear yourself saying those things, I want you to be conscious of it. And when that comes up, I want you to shift it and really clearly remind yourself that that person's soul path does not need you for anything. They're exactly right. They're exactly where they're supposed to be, just as you are. And with that comes the space that you want to be able to get to move to is that there will be a deep knowing then that it may never be part of that person's journey, their experience in this life for you two to be in partnership. they might actually be all the further evolved they're supposed to be this whole time. I know, it's a novel idea, isn't it? All right. Another thing that I want you to try and work with to be able to help you to shift this, to release this person and open it up, is, and this is not easy, it can be really painful, but know that for whatever reason, they're not choosing you. This is one of my big things always, that every single thing we do, experience, want, have, desire, is a choice. It's a constant choice that we are making all the time, all the time, all the time. Everything is a choice. That person is not choosing you. Now, in that same vein, you can keep choosing to choose them, but I think when you start to be conscious of the fact that even they are not choosing you, subconsciously or consciously, they're not choosing you. They're not choosing you. And that's okay. It's not wrong, just as your choice to keep choosing them is not wrong. But if you really want to move away from that, these 2 points, these 2 ideas, and learning to really embrace them and integrate them is what is going to help you to be able to release them and move away from this. And you never know. Maybe releasing them and moving away from this idea and the ideal of them and a relationship with them is exactly the energy shift that's needed to be able to have that person make a choice in you consciously. Or maybe it's exactly what's needed for you to be able to release and open up and have somebody that does choose you come in. All right, everyone. If you would like help around this, as always, I would super love to do that. And you can message me at facebook.com/B+1. Have a great rest of your week.